Hello, I thought I'd do a very quick video, hopefully quick, today just to say and show how I create this type of thing. These are postcards. These are some just little fussy cut leaves, all different designs. These are just drawn freehand and they're coloured with distress inks. I've got quite a few of the little mini distress inks and some of the large. I use them like watercolours, so I thought I'd just do a quick video so that you can see how I create some of these. There's larger, really large, and again, as I say, the postcards. The postcards were done on watercolour substrate. It's a pack of postcards by, I'm just trying to think who they're by. I'll put a link in the description anyway. And they're just rather nice because they're already printed on the back. This type of thing, which I fussy cut, I tend to do just on either printer paper, which this is I think 160 GSM printer paper. I get it from my local stationers. Or this is just some just normal paper that I use for card making. I'll make this one smaller. I think it was going to be a base for a notelet, but I've got ink on it, so there we are. As I say, you need the distress inks, a water sprayer. For outlining, you've lots of options. If you haven't got anything specialist like these, you can just use a black biro. This is a Unipen. It's fineliner, water and fade proof and pigment ink. This is just a fineliner from the Works. It's our local UK store, craft store, budget craft store I would say really, because they have some really good things really cheaply. You get different effects with all of those. I've just got a couple of sort of fairly roundish brushes and that's it. So we'll get started. I'll just pop my paper away. I'll try a new combination for this. We'll do cracked pistachio, which I'll just add quite a lot to my glass mat. And we'll also have twisted citron, and we'll again add quite a bit to my mat. And we'll see what that does. Some of the previous ones I've used peeled paint and salvaged patina, which is a great combination as well. So I'm just going to spritz them just to add a little bit of water. There's two ways you can do this. You can draw your leaf first and then colour it in. If you do that, I would recommend a waterproof marker or a biro. I'll use a biro for this, and then you can just see that it's doable very easily. And you just want to doodle a leaf. Don't have to be perfect. Now with my doodles, I tend to go over twice because it gives it more of a sort of an edgy feel. So I'm going up the stem again. As I say, don't need to be perfect. Over the leaf again. I'm not trying to go over the original line. I think it adds a bit more dimension if you go in other places. And lately I've been doing a little squiggly line on here because I found the straight lines just a bit too straight. I think that looks a lot more artistic. We're then going to pick up some of our Distress ink. Just need a bit more water. I'll spray a little bit on there. So I've got some water on my glass mat as well. Pick up a little bit. And we're just going to go in the leaves, inside the leaves. Pick up a bit of the other colour. You don't have to be perfect. You can go slightly outside of the leaf shape. It doesn't matter. As you can see, there's quite a lot of water. And I'm going first with one colour, then picking up the second colour and adding it in just at one side. And we'll also go down the middle to have a little bit on the stem. Now I think I want a little bit more of the cracked pistachio. So we'll just pick up a little bit more. I just made the mistake of going onto where I'd put the water on my glass mat, but hopefully my ink pad will recover. I think it's one of the ones I've got two anyway. So you can just go back. Don't leave it till it dries and go back, because you'll get the bleached out effect in areas, unless you want that. So you see we've got a nice shaded sort of leaf. And then I'm going to mix all my colours together. And do some splatters. So once that is dry, I will go around some of these splatters with just the black biro again. So as you can see, we've got a nice botanical. This one I would probably put onto a notelet, but you can fussy cut it out. So that's the first way of doing it. I will just, normally I'd mop that up and not waste it, but I'll just get rid of that for now. Just wash my brush a little bit. That's nice and dry. We've got our other paper, which is just paper craft paper. So we'll have salvage patina and twisted citron. No, we'll have peeled paint, and then you can see two different colours. Not putting as much peeled paint down because it is a lot stronger colour and it can overshadow the salvage patina if you're not careful. Now, this time I'm going to get my brush again. This is actually a different one. We'll go with the first one. We'll pick up a little bit of the peeled paint. I'll do a similar leaf, and we're going to go up for the stem. We're going to do leaves again. More water just to keep it fluid. Then we'll pick up a little bit of the salvage patina and we'll go in there with that. And you see it blends quite nicely like watercolour. give it a little bit of a spray with some water. Now I have quite a few of these pens, and you can be warned, you can ruin your pen. So I only buy the cheap ones, and I use them till they're done, basically. This is the one from the Works, the discount craft shop, and I think you get 3 or 4 for £2. But the ink is not water resistant or anything like that. It's not waterproof, so it will spread. So this is still wet. So I'm just going to go in. And again, I don't have to be perfect. I'm just sort of going round and about my leaves. And you can see it bleeds out a little bit. Now I like that effect, so that's why I do it when it is wet. If you don't like that effect, wait till it's dry and then do it. So I'm going to go around again. I'm going to go my stem again. Let's turn it a bit easier. There we are. So that is a completely different look. It blends a lot more. If you want the water to run more, I'm quite happy with that. And I may just go back and add some more distress ink in little areas like this. And your black ink will again bleed. I think we've got just about them all coloured in. Maybe just a little bit there and there. And again, we'll just add some splatters. So I'll just, actually I'll mop that ink up with piece of paper. There we are. I hate wasting ink. There we are. I'll do with something with that later. Just dry that off and then I can show you both. So this is the one where it was still wet and I used the non-waterproof fineliner, and that is the one with the biro. As I say, the waterproof fineliner, you would get this idea, but it just goes to show that you can use it without specialist pens. I do tend to do a little bit of a border, so I'll just, nothing complicated, no measuring, no ruler, just go around the edge. Like that. I could leave it at that. Much easier if you turn it. I can go a wavy line again. And then I can just do some little zigzag. Looks like stitching, but it isn't. Just zigzags, and then just a little bit to look as if the thread is dangling. Tend to just go like that, a couple of those, and it's done. So I'll do the same with that, but I'll do that when it's dry. or I may fussy cut this one. We'll see. So I hope you like that, and I hope you give it a go.